I want him in the local public school with his friends. That's what one parent says. The other fires back, I want him in a $40,000 a year private school that I expect you to pay for. This isn't just a disagreement. This is a full-blown court battle. And what's it all about? A zip code. A seemingly simple choice that has turned into a war over education. But is it really about that? Or is it a battle for social status with the child caught right in the middle? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're re-diving into a topic that hits home for many families, the intense conflict over school choice. Public or private, it's a decision that can tear families apart, and when parents can't agree, the courts have to step in. So how does a judge decide where a child goes to school? Let's break it down. The number one factor, the guiding star for any judge, is the best interest of the child. This isn't just a legal phrase, it's the core of the entire decision. A court will look at everything. What are the academic programs like at each school? What about extracurricular activities? Does one school offer a specialized program that fits the child's unique talents or needs, like a strong arts department or advanced STEM courses? They'll compare the class sizes, the teacher-to-student ratios, and even the school's overall reputation and safety record. It's not about which school is better in a general sense, but which school is the best fit for this specific child. If a child has special needs, for example, the court will heavily favor the school that can provide the best support and resources for that child's development. It's a holistic view, putting the child's well-being and educational opportunities front and center. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, money. You can argue all day that a private school is the best option, but if no one can afford it, the argument is over before it begins. This is where financial ability comes into play. A parent who wants the other to pay for a $40,000 a year tuition has to prove that the other parent can actually afford it. A judge will scrutinize financial documents, tax returns, pay stubs, bank statements, you name it. They'll look at income, assets, debts, and other financial obligations. It's not enough to say, he makes a lot of money. The court needs to see if that expense can be sustained without creating an undue financial hardship. And what if the parent pushing for private school offers to pay for it themselves? That's great. But the court will still want to see proof that they can handle that long-term commitment. They don't want to approve a plan that could fall apart in a year or two, forcing the child to switch schools yet again. Financial stability is key. And that brings us to another critical point, the impact of changing schools. Judges are very cautious about disrupting a child's life. Stability is incredibly important for a child's social and emotional well-being. If a child is already enrolled in a school, happy and doing well, a court is going to be very reluctant to move them. The parent wanting the change has to present a very, very compelling reason. They need to prove that the benefits of the new school significantly outweigh the potential harm of uprooting the child from their friends, their teachers, and their familiar environment. Think about it from the child's perspective. Making new friends, adjusting to a new academic pace, and learning a whole new system can be stressful. The court will consider the child's age, maturity, and personality. Is this a child who adapts easily, or one who struggles with change? The longer a child has been at their current school, the higher the bar is to justify a move. Continuity is often a judge's default position unless there is a major problem with the current situation. So what happens when both schools seem like good options and the arguments are evenly matched? This is where tiebreakers come in. One of the most common is geography. Which parent lives closer to the preferred school? The court might favor the school that results in less travel time for the child, reducing the daily burden of a long commute. Another tiebreaker can be the child's own preference, especially if the child is mature enough to express a well-reasoned opinion. A judge might interview the child in chambers to understand their thoughts and feelings, without the pressure of their parents being in the room. Past agreements can also play a role. Did the parents ever agree, even informally, on a type of education for their child before they separated? Or maybe there's a family tradition of attending a certain school. Sometimes the decision comes down to which parent has historically been more involved in the child's education. These aren't primary factors, but when everything else is equal, they can be just enough to tip the scales. The school choice war is complex and emotionally charged. It highlights how a decision about education can be tangled up with issues of finance, status, and control. At the end of the day, the legal system tries to cut through all that noise and focus on one thing: what is genuinely best for the child. It's a powerful reminder that in any family dispute, the child's needs must always come first. What are your thoughts on this? Have you seen or experienced a situation like this? Let me know in the comments below. It's a tough conversation, but an important one to have. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. See you next time.